from the Earl Crabbe Gymnasium on the campus of Placer High School in Auburn, Touchdown Productions Championship Television for the Foothills is proud to present the Sierra Foothill League Championship game tonight. Your Lady Hillman from Placer take on the Lady Grizzlies from Granite Bay, and both are tied for first place atop the Sierra Foothill League. Right here on your Foothill Game of the Week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Sierra Foothill League Championship, possibly, game featuring the Placer Lady Hillman and the Granite Bay Lady Grizzlies. I'm Pete Dufour, along with my broadcasting partner, Terry Tangney, Gil Dominguez, and the entire Touchdown production crew. And Terry, the Lady Hillman are having another great season. They come into tonight's matchup in first place, tied with Granite Bay with a 7-1 league record.
Well, the Lady Hillman have been leading the Sierra Foothill League all season long, Pete. Their only loss coming at Rockland, but Granite Bay has been right behind them, nipping at their heels, which creates tonight's championship matchup right here in the Earl Crabbe Gym.
And the Lady Grizzlies' only loss this season was to the Lady Hillman. Actually, they lost twice, once early in the season and once in league. The first time they lost, Placer beat them by about 20 points. The second time, much closer in a low-scoring ball game by 9 points. And in talking with the head coach for the Lady Grizzlies moments ago, Linda Dixon, she says her team now finally believes in themselves and that they can beat the Placer Lady Hillman. One game behind both of these two teams is Rockland, sitting there with 2 losses on the year. So a win tonight would be good for either team. Wouldn't necessarily guarantee a championship, but it could go a long way. After tonight, there'll be 3 games left.
Well, this should be an absolutely fantastic game, and not only are the fans here in the gym interested in the outcome of this game, I bet there's some people over in Rockland who are keeping a close eye on what's going on here. Maybe pick it up on the 10 o'clock news tonight, because they're going to be a factor as well.
Yes, they are. They beat Placer down in Rockland, and that's next Tuesday. We'll be back for that game. Right now, though, we've got the JV game going on. So let's pick it up now with 4 minutes left in the ball game. Placer has closed it now to within 11 points, 41-29. Granite Bay with the lead. This is Laura Schoenoff, a freshman point guard. Gets it down into Alyssa Jackson, a freshman forward, and she lays it up and in. And Placer now trails by 10 points now, 41-31.
You know, Pete, that little point guard, that freshman point guard on this JV team looks like she's going to be a great one. She just has such great poise, plays with an amazing amount of energy. She's really fun to watch.
And you're looking at the freshman point guard who's probably going to be the varsity point guard next year, the way she's going. She's just a phenomenal young lady, excellent cross-country runner, and a super basketball player. Been playing since about the 3rd grade.
Well, just a few minutes before we came on the air, Pete, the Hillman JV team made a nice run here, but now they're kind of stuck in this 10-point deficit.
Here's Schoenoff. Look at her run to the lane. Oh, won't go. Alyssa Jackson with the rebound, scrambles for it, and hands it to a Granite Bay player who was fouled by Sammy Dreer, the one with the headband there. Sammy's another good player. Probably will play varsity ball next year. She's a sophomore, so she'll be a junior. And when you hear somebody yelling, ball, 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 that's usually Sammy. She's a good softball player, too. And now we got a traveling violation is called. And the Granite Bay player didn't like that one at all.
Well, that's just too bad.
That's the way it works. Down to 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in this ball game.
And the Lady Hillman JV team, Pete, is going to have to come up with something a little different. We'll see here if they change their strategy, maybe some kind of a half-court trap, possibly a full-court press of some type. Something to get a few more possessions to try and get back in this game here at the end.
This is Sammy Dreer over to on the outside. Moore loses control.
And that's not going to help at all. They need to have a shot every possession, every time down the court. They need a shot.
They're going to full court press here. And Granite Bay inbounds and is immediately double teamed. And they steal. Oh! Sam Dreer reached in, but that was all ball.
Looked pretty clean, didn't it?
From this angle, we had a good view of it.
Unfortunately, the guys in the black and white shirts had a different view of it.
And she immediately walks over to the side. I'm wondering if that's her 5th foul. Probably is, because you got 30 seconds. And I'm sure Sammy's going to have to take a seat on the bench.
You know, Pete, this is one of the rules I'd like to see changed in high school basketball. This what it amounts to is a free timeout, and I don't blame the coaches for taking advantage of it. It's well within the rules. You get 30 seconds to replace your player.
It used to be 60, though.
It used to be 60, but coaches in those days weren't smart enough to use it. The modern coaches are now using it. I'd like to see something like a 10 or 15-second rule where they have to put the player in right away, keep the game going.
Well, this one's turned into a 60, so Dave Kerr must be really smart. He turned a 30 into a 60. He rolled back the clock, so to speak.
The guy's like a magician.
Yeah, he's something else. Dave Kerr, the JV basketball coach, longtime coach here in the Foothill area, Little League baseball and basketball. And
oh, she traveled.
She sure did. She ran with that ball. And that's the same one who didn't like it, the last call, and telling herself to calm down. 2:57 to go. Placer down by 10, 41-31. Bonus coverage of the JV game. And Roz Walisco.
Good move here by the Granite Bay JV coach. They've slipped into a little zone defense, which should cut down the penetration of Placer, which is one thing you'd like to do in this situation, get to the basket, maybe get some baskets and some fouls.
There's Alyssa Jackson underneath. Can she convert? Nope, she misses the shot, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Phenomenal young athlete here, number 24, Alyssa Jackson at the line. Great kid.
And a great penetration and pass by the Placer point guard. I'm just so impressed with her. I just can't wait to see her play on the varsity next year. I think she's going to be really something special.
And to see her move Rachel Hare back to her natural number 2, you're really going to see Rachel Hare next year with a lot more scoring, I'm sure. She's playing the point this year. Now what do we got? We got a foul. They got
now they're going to get
their girl fouled out, and so now
they're going to get their free timeout.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to this varsity matchup coming up here. As you see Dave Kerr, the JV coach, talking to his girls. This is going to be something special. Placer beat Granite Bay by 20 earlier in the year. 9 points the first time they met in the Sierra Foothill League, the first go-around. And according to Coach Linda Dixon, the way she put it is the girls said, they saw the glass was broken, and now they think they can get through the ceiling, and they can get Placer. She feels that the girls for Granite Bay are really ready to go. They're going to make it very difficult for Rebecca Reams in the post, who's just a phenomenal offensive player down low. They're really going to make it hard for her to do any damage there, and they're going to even try to follow her all the way out to the arc. They don't want her shooting any threes either, so it'll be interesting to see when Tony Camillucci, the Placer coach, catches on to that, what he does to adjust, and how the girls perform in that situation.
Well, Pete, there's going to be, I think, 2 special things in tonight's varsity game. The first one is the fact that this is the 3rd time these 2 teams have played. And at the high school level, that's one of the most difficult things there is to beat a team 3 times in a row.
Yes.
So that's the first factor. Secondly, you've got the time of the year. They obviously have played each other twice, but in addition to that, they've been scouted a couple of times, or maybe 4 or 5 times. So there are no secrets at this point. So that makes for usually a close, tight, oftentimes defensive type of game. So we're going to watch for those 2 things. We're going to watch to see if Placer is okay, they're calm, they're relaxed, they're not worried about this 3rd game situation, and we're going to see who can perform the best, having been thoroughly scouted and thoroughly prepared for.
A little confusion on the court right now. I believe this young lady's first name is Ashley. I hope I'm not wrong, and if I am, I apologize. But Moore is at the line, Ashley Moore. And there's a pushing foul down below before the inbound pass ever took place. So the free throw is good, and Placer has now cut this to a 7-point lead, Terry Tangney.
Well, if they can keep doing what they're doing, they've got that little full-court man-to-man press going. They've caused 2 turnovers with it now, and they're getting to the basket, getting some fouls, getting some free points at the line with the clock stopped, and that's what they want, points with the clock not running.
And she hit both of them. This is now a 6-point game. Granite Bay had led by about 14 or 15 in the third period. Placer with the full-court pressure, hoping for a turnover. Janami Harding pressuring the ball, and there she is, Laura Schoenoff. She'll go all the way to the hole, lays it up, and can't get it to go. Placer fans wanted a foul. Janami Harding back to Schoenoff for 3. She can hit it, and she does. We got a 3-point ball game, and the officials did not give Placer a timeout on that made basket.
Well, where Granite Bay's having trouble, Pete, is they're not trying to attack this pressure defense. They're just trying to survive it. And usually that gets you in some serious trouble.
Dave Kerr is waving, girls, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. This young lady, number 34 with the basketball, the one you just see coming our way, she is having a tough time.
She doesn't like people in her face, it doesn't look like. She's having a little trouble.
She can't hold the ball. She's
this
just a little flustered right now. And now Dave Kerr gets his timeout. Sorry, Terry.
Going to get a real timeout this time.
She's telling the official how to officiate, players how to play, and it's just not a good situation at the end of the ball game to be so flustered and frustrated like that. This is my partner, Terry Tangney, coach here at Placer. Where else did you coach? You coached a few different places.
I actually started in Southern California at a school called Anaheim High School, which just happened to be the school from which I graduated also. A couple years at Oakmont High School and a year at Dixon High School down in Dixon, California.
So, and he was a phenomenal coach. He's got a couple of banners up there from the Kendall Arnett days and a good basketball mind. And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight because we've got 2 teams tied for first place in the Sierra Foothill League. The Placer Lady Hillman are warming up over there, and the Grizzlies from Granite Bay are across the floor, getting ready to go. 1:53 left in this one, and it's a 3-point game. A lot of excitement in the JV game. The freshmen won their game by about 20 points. First time they played Granite Bay, I think they won by just a few, but they extended it to about 20 this time around. This is just a phenomenal basketball program here at Placer this year. I'm not sure what the freshman record is, but it's somewhere in the area of 16-5, something like that. And they're doing a great job. The JV program is, I believe, 19-3, and under Dave Kerr. Sharon Fields is coaching the freshmen this year, her first year as freshman coach. And, of course, Tony Camillucci with the varsity squad, who is now just assured himself of his 7th straight year of 20 wins or more. Let's check this last minute 53 of this JV game. Placer trying to pressure on the inbounds, and they get the steal. Moore doesn't have to score right now, but she throws it up anyway and misses. Now, the putback by Jackson is no good, and Granite Bay rebounds, and I believe the foul is going to be on Jackson, which stops the clock, and we go all the way. No, it's, I beg your pardon, it's not a bonus situation. There's only 6 fouls up there now. I thought that was the 7th. So Granite Bay will inbound. They have to go the length of the floor. So really a good foul by Jackson.
Gives them a chance to set up their press, make them cover the length of the floor, and Granite Bay has not dealt well with that so far, Pete. Just not attacking it enough.
I like the way you put it. They're trying to survive the press as opposed to attacking it. They managed to survive it that time, but still full man-to-man pressure. This is Jackson reaching in, stealing the ball. She's a big girl, but she can go to the floor, and here's Janami Harding. She's double-teamed in the corner, almost has it stolen away. Here's Schoenhoff, and here's Rowe, and she hit!
Oh, we
got a tie ball game!
We have a tie ball game, and this place is going nuts.
And again, Dave Kerr calls timeout, and the officials simply can't hear it.
I can understand that. Granite Bay's struggling right now, Pete, because they're not trying to score. And when you're being pressed, you have to hurt the press. You have to make them pay for playing aggressively out in front. And at this point, Granite Bay's just not doing that. And they've had 3 turnovers in a row, and they've really allowed Placer to get right back in this ballgame.
Well, the young lady hit that basket there. Her name is Roz, and I think I said Rowe. I beg your pardon. Wasilko, I believe, is the last name. Forest Hill girl. Where would we be without the Forest Hill girls here at Placer?
Boy, I don't know. They're all over these three teams here.
I saw her down at Wood Creek, and she had 19 points down at Wood Creek in the JV game. She has really become a good outside threat for Dave Kerr and these Placer Lady Hillman. As you see, Kerr takes a seat on the bench, and there's the 5 girls. 33 is Roz, 20 is Janami, 21 is Ashley, 22 is Laura, and 24 is Alyssa. All good kids, all good athletes.
And they've got the momentum at the moment, and Granite Bay is going to have to run the length of the court again.
1:09 to go.
The 2 previous times they haven't been able to do it.
Now Placer doesn't need to foul here, right? They just need to provide good pressure.
Absolutely not. Nope.
And they steal it. And this is Laura Showinoff. Ashley Moore on the wing. Back to Showinoff. She's hit 3 from right there. 3 3-pointers. Here's Moore on the baseline. Back to Laura. Inside to Alyssa. Janami from the baseline. No good. Short. Tipped away by Harding, and a foul called back here. And now Granite Bay will walk the floor, and with no time going on the clock, they should be shooting 1-1.
That was even though the shot was missed, Pete, that was a good series by the Placer team. They took their time. They got the turnover, went down, used a little bit of clock, got a very nice shot, just didn't happen to make that one.
A little confusion again with the officials, but
it's great to have the rookie officials.
He doesn't look, he's too old looking to be a rookie.
Yeah, well, he's been in the minor leagues for a long time.
And the girls are playing well here. Both teams are doing good.
Here we see Placer taking a little time, a little inside-out action right there. Very nice offensive motion. Just didn't quite get that one to go down.
Placer, meanwhile, gets the rebound off the missed shot. Tie ball game. 40 seconds to go in the JV game.
Now Placer should again take a little time, keep the ball moving, both sides of the court. Oh, that's a great pass.
Janami Harding.
I love that point guard. She is really something.
Don't foul. Oh, look at that. Almost a jump pass that was picked off. Placer leads by 2. 19 seconds to go. There's a shot underneath and it goes. 15, 14, 13, 12.
One to win it right here.
5, 4. Oh! And that's the ball game! Oh, they called timeout. They called timeout with 1 second, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. No, that's it. Laura Showinoff, a little runner off balance. Boom! And the Lady Hillman come back. And they defeat Granite Bay by a score of 43 to 41. And they were down by 15 points in the third period. What a tremendous, tremendous finish by the freshman Laura Showinoff and these JV girls coached by Dave Kerr.
I think the ghosts of Earl Crabbe and Ralph Lefevre just jumped up and bit the Granite Bay Lady Grizzlies. What a game. What a prelude to the... Here we go.
I don't believe this shot went in. Take us all the way, Terry.
I'm telling you, this Laura Showinoff, she's going to be something special. I can't wait till she's a junior or senior. Very controlled, right down the middle. Makes a little move, a little pass, right there, right between the two players, up the gap. Kind of a prayer shot, but that baby's right down. Thank you, Earl Crabbe.
Laura's showing off. And she gets a big hug from her teammates. If we get a shot of it, there it is.
As well she should.
What a great game for these girls. Those 3 right there, those 3 were all freshmen. And you know what? Some of those freshmen are going to be sophomores next year, and they might just be playing varsity.
Again. Right between the two players. Very nice penetration.
Look at the elevation.
Right up there. It's a pretty nice looking shot, actually.
You know, I was going to say, she got the elbow up perpendicular. I mean, it was really a good shot. It was just a little off balance, but the shot was good.
Well, she's so quick. She just split those two players right between them, and they couldn't keep up with her.
Awesome. Just an awesome, awesome young lady. I tell you what, and her mom and dad have, her dad coached 3 or 4 basketball teams at one point here in the area, the youth leagues, and it's one of those deals where you get a family like that in the community, and they do so much, and they are just this freshman and sophomore group is just outstanding. And how about that for some bonus coverage here on your Foothill Game of the Week, Terry?
Boy, that's going to get the guy. It already has aroused the crowd. They're ready for the varsity game now. This place is going to be jumping.
Well, we got the music, so let's go ahead and do our first round of mentions. Our Touchdown Productions presentation of the Sierra Foothill League Championship game is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Reynolds. Orson and Helen Hanson, along with Sue and Larry Peterson, can provide you with ready-mixed concrete that is computer batched and radio dispatched. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Reynolds.
Taylor Heavy Hauling with 35 trucks at their disposal. Richard, Sheila, and Dusty Taylor specialize in heavy hauling. From rockets and other monster stuff to little stuff they can handle all your transportation needs. Taylor Heavy Hauling.
And by Ginty Supply Company. Owner John Ginty has a complete showroom for you, complete with jacuzzi tubs, a kitchen and bathroom sinks, and thousands of parts to handle any plumbing project or repair. Ginty Supply Company.
Ray's Radiator Service, locally owned by Judy and Bob Hellman. Ray's Radiator has served Nevada County since 1957, specializing in complete radiator repair, including cleaning, recoring. Ray's Radiator Service. And by Magnuson's Auburn Toyota. Tony Toohey and David Harrison of Magnuson's Auburn Toyota are proud to announce the arrival of the next generation in automobiles, the new Toyota Scion. Magnuson's Auburn Toyota. And also by the Real Estate Center Lake of the Pines. Owner-broker Larry Harley represents home buyers and sellers in Auburn, LOP, and Alta Sierra, and congratulates the Bear River Bruin football team. Real Estate Center Lake of the Pines. And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. Thank you for being part of the 23,000 weekly households throughout the Foothills that tune in each week. At Touchdown Productions, we realize that with the remote in your hand, you have a choice to watch any game you want, and we thank you for choosing the Foothill Game of the Week as part of your family viewing. Now let's take it out to center court, and Gil Dominguez with Placer coach Tony Camillucci. Take it away, Gil.
Thanks a lot, guys. I got Tony right here. And, Tony, we were just talking about the ending of that JV game.
Oh, it's exciting. It's a great job by that young group, that freshman hitting the game winner. I'm sure she'll hit a lot more of those for us in the future.
Well, that's some bonus coverage, baby, right there.
Yeah, your viewers are getting a little extra for their money.
Well, you couldn't ask for any more for the money than tonight's matchup, though. Granite Bay and you guys both tied with one loss in the SFL. And these guys have already talked about how difficult it is to beat a team 3 times, so we can get right into that question right there. What's your thoughts behind that in tonight's matchup?
Well, they're a very good team, and you're right. It's tough to beat a team 3 times, and I'm glad we're at home. Got a great crowd, got the band. Just got to play our game, and hopefully it works out.
Now, you've had some tough games in the SFL. It hasn't been a cakewalk. You had one loss over there at Rockland. So really you got to come out and be prepared every night because somebody's going to be looking. You got a big target on the backside of the Lady Hillman.
Yeah, when you're playing and everybody wants to beat you when you're up top of the league, and everybody wants to be the upsetter, and we've been there before where we've been in that position. If I had to choose between the two, I like where we are, but you're right, every game is a battle, and but that's why you play the game.
And power rankings just came out again this week. The Lady Hillman sitting in a good spot, number 3 right now. If you keep winning, you're in charge of your own destiny. Get a couple of home games. That's got to be huge.
Yeah, that would be great. We would love a couple home games, but we're just going to get one at a time and starting tonight. And we'll start preparing for Del Oro tomorrow morning, and we'll keep going from there.
Now, Granite Bay, you've already played them. What are you going to be looking for in terms of how you're going to beat them tonight? Who are their big guys who you got to watch out for?
Well, Tasha Minnie, that number 12, is a really good shooter. Bauer down low, the 4 is 32. And they got a lot of other shooters. So we're just going to concentrate on playing some good man defense. Try to take away their passing lanes a little bit. And be aggressive to every loose ball and try to win the battle on the boards.
So you're going to go start with man-to-man then?
Yeah, we'll start in man tonight and see how that goes. They're a tough team to zone because they have so many good shooters.
What about the press? Are they susceptible to that? Is that a weapon that you're going to pull out?
Yeah, our press has been effective. If they break it and they get some open looks, then it could be dangerous. So we're going to just try to stay with man and see how that goes.
So you just try and save the press then for those crucial moments?
Yeah, we might throw it in now and then, maybe at the end of a quarter, out of a timeout or something, just to kind of surprise them. But I don't think that fast on the bench, so who knows?
Well, maybe Terry can slip you over a note or something.
Yeah, tell him to give me a sign when it's time to press. He's a lot more experienced, better than I am, that's for sure.
All right, well, listen, congratulations on your season so far. This is the first of 2 weeks in a row that we'll be here at the Earl Crabbe to watch the Lady Hillman next Tuesday. It'll be the Lady Hillman versus Rockland, another tough opponent. They're sitting in number 3 right now. Good luck to you tonight, Tony, against the Lady Grizzlies.
Thanks for being here, Gil. Appreciate it.
All right, Tony Camillucci right there, the head guy of the Lady Hillman, as they prepare to do battle tonight here at the ancient Earl Crabbe Gymnasium. What a great venue for basketball. We just really, really love being able to shoot here. And, of course, the crowd, and for our Auburn community to give you guys some extra Hillman coverage. They certainly do deserve it, as they're having one great season. Right, Pete?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're looking at taking this thing all the way to Arco Arena if we can.
Well, somebody's going to go to be into Arco. It looks like we're going to have about 4 teams in the playoffs right off the bat. 5 counting Colfax, Bear River, Placer, the boys at Nevada Union, the Lady Miners will be an away game, and Colfax as well. So plenty of opportunities to get to Arco. Of course, we will follow whoever makes it all the way there. You can look to your game of the week to have that exclusive coverage for you on any of your local stations that you're watching our program on now. Guys, let's throw it back to you and thank that last set of underwriting. Oh, no, we already did the whole underwriting. There's no more. So let's throw it back to you, and I'll run back to the truck, and we look at some standings and other stuff like that.
We'll think of something to say.
There you go.
All
Talk
right.
amongst yourselves.
Thank you, Gil. Well, if you're looking for all the marbles, Terry, all you have to do is find the line, because all the marbles are on the line tonight for the first place confab at the Earl Crabbe. The 7-1 Lady Grizzlies versus the 7-1 Lady Hillman of Placer. Everyone, I'm Pete Dufour, along with my partner, former basketball coach here at Placer, Terry Tangney, and we got a pretty good crowd on the Placer side, about half full on the on the Granite Bay side, and we just got done watching the end of a very exciting JV game, 43-41 Placer. They came up with something like, let's see here, it would have been about 15 unanswered points at the end of that ball game. Just a phenomenal finish. But on to the varsity situation. After tonight, each team will have 3 games left, including one with Rockland. All 3 teams, Rockland, Granite Bay, and Placer, will likely make the playoffs. But there's a Sierra Foot Hill League championship on the line, along with all those marbles. And there's the matter of power ratings and seedings for the playoffs. Now, if you are in the top 8, you're guaranteed a home game to start with. If you're in the top 4, you get 2 home games if you win your first one, because it's one and done in the playoffs. The power ratings were released today for the Division III size schools. Placer is ranked number 3, just ahead of Bear River, and right behind St. Mary's of Stockton and Sierra High School. A win tonight against the Division II team, Granite Bay, would solidify Placer in that top 4, might even move them up to number 2, and would be a springboard toward the section tournament. Maybe they'll make the finals at Arco. That's their goal. But a win for Placer would also give them a 1-game lead with 3 to go in the Sierra Foot Hill League.
Well, Pete, I like your analogy. I don't know, you're a little younger than I am, but when we used to play marbles, we drew our line in the dirt. So the reason I like that analogy is because this game may just come down to that very simple fact. Which team is willing to get down and dirty and get the little things done, the things that have to be done to win the championship?
Well, there you see the standings. Placer and Granite Bay atop the Sierra Foothill League 7-1, and Rockland just one game behind. So those three teams, now there's 4 games left at this point. And again, Placer and Granite Bay both have to play Rockland. Placer gets Rockland at home after playing a brutal game down there in which Rockland led most of the way. Placer closed the gap at the end, but Rockland did manage to pull it out. And again, Granite Bay, after 2 losses to Placer this year, thinks they can beat them. They are currently sitting at number 4 in the Division II ratings, and they want to hold that slot or move up with a win tonight. And this year, the Division III-sized schools, around 12 to 1,500 kids, are loaded with talent. So Granite Bay stands a good chance of making it to Arco Arena in the section finals in Division II. There you have a look at the power ratings for Division III. And Placer there at number 3. Bear River, the Lady Bruins, Dwayne Gansky has got them at 9-0 in the PVL. And then El Camino, a team that defeated Placer in the finals of the Oak Ridge tournament, is 7-3. And El Camino did not look good early, but came back strong, and then they've had another loss since then. So it's all bunched up there in the power rankings.
You know, the interesting thing about that list there, Pete, is just about each one of those schools have a coach that's been around for a long time. So they've been through this before. Bill Baxter's been at El Camino forever. Gansky's been at Bear River forever. They know what it takes. They know how to get there, and they know how to play when they get there. And I think that this game this evening could go a long way for the Lady Hillman. Should they pull this game out, that should be a really big confidence builder for them. And if they do win this game tonight, I think their game against Rockland will be another win for the Lady Hillman.
Well, the Grizzlies bring some size and quickness, and they have a couple of good shooters from the outside. But they are a young team, and they do turn the ball over. A couple of their starters have about 100 turnovers between the two of them. So key for the Grizzlies tonight will be to value that basketball and make smart passes. For Placer, well-balanced attack. They come at you with size and speed and quickness. They're very athletic and physical, and they're smart, too. Camillucci will throw 8 or 9 players into the mix. They all know what to do. In the front court, 6-foot Rebecca Reams, 6'2" Taryn White, 5'11" Kelsey Burns. Can rebound, change shots, or block shots. They can all put the ball in the hole. One problem, though, Kelsey Burns, I should have said she's not 5'11", she's 6'1". Kelsey's a junior. She has a deep bone bruise. I don't think she's going to be playing tonight. And Reams is coming back from that ACL operation that she had 11 months ago, and has gotten her offensive game back. She really looks good. And in talking with Coach Dixon, Linda Dixon from Granite Bay moments ago, she said that they are going to really try to put the extra effort on Rebecca Reams down low. They're going to follow her out to the three-point line. They don't want Reams shooting the ball anywhere on this court. On the wing, the Lady Hillman have the ever-dangerous Tiari Dvorak. She's 5'11". She can shoot or drive from the arc. Jill Taylor, who is tough enough and smart enough to play all 5 positions. At guard, Rachel Hare, averaging 14 points a game to lead the Lady Hillman, and she's adding about 5 assists per game. She has great court vision, outstanding defender. Kelly Handguard is a hard-nosed 2-guard who can score from outside. Amanda Gilming, extremely quick on defense. Camillucci's bench includes a number of girls who would be starting for other teams. Mike Duda, longtime coach and teacher here at Placer High School, is going to get us off with our national anthem, and this is Kendra Cartwright. Wow.
Pete, that's always one of my favorite parts of games at Placer High School. I don't know how those kids do it. Anybody who can get up there and sing the national anthem, which as everybody knows is not easy to sing, and do that in front of a crowd like this, I just have the greatest admiration for those kids. I just love that.
Well, we got the starting lineups being announced by Mike Duda. Number 15 there is Amanda Treaty. Number 22 is Kelly Otto. She's a phenomenal athlete, averages 8 points a game, 19 threes, and is going to be a soccer player. Katie Bauer, number 32 there, the redhead, runs track. 4.2 student. A lot of coaches looking at her in college. She wants to play intramurals, wants to have some fun in college. Lisa Paget, number 33, is a workhorse underneath, a 5'10 junior. Tasha Minnie is a sophomore 5'7 guard. This is Kelly Handguard for Placer. Throwing up the t-shirt. Rachel Hare, number 23, coming through the line. Look out right over our heads.
How come they never throw them to us, Pete?
I don't know. Jill Taylor, no, she wouldn't throw it to me.
Left-hander.
There's boys up there, you know. Tiari Dvorak is going to throw one up. And 41 is Rebecca Reams.
Whoa, that's a good arm.
Oh, yeah. Get her out for the softball team.
Yeah, you bet.
Again, Placer running a little light tonight. They've got one player who is not with the team right now. And we have one girl, Kelsey Burns, the 6'1 junior, who is probably not going to play tonight. I do see her out there, but she has got the sweatpants on, so we'll see what the deal's going to be there with her.
Well, Granite Bay's got a girl on crutches, so that makes it even, Pete. Interesting little sidelight here, statistical sidelight. Granite Bay Lady Grizzlies score an average of 50 points a game, while the Lady Hillman are only surrendering 40 points a game on average. So maybe we'll see a little action here of who can exert their will upon the other team.
Ready for the tip, and they are up, and Rebecca Reams controls the tip, but to Granite Bay. They missed the first shot, and this is Jill Taylor with the rebound to Rachel Hare playing the point. Probably next year she'll be playing the 2 guard. This is Taylor. She can put the ball on the floor and go to the hole. Misses that shot. Bauer with the rebound. Very athletic under there. It's tipped off of Hare, and it'll be Granite Bay.
Both teams a little anxious here at the start of the game, Pete. It's a big game, important to both teams. Not much smoothness at the moment. That'll change. As soon as they get sweating a little bit, get in the flow of the game, things will be okay. Oh, that's a nice cut.
Here's Bauer. And the shot, no good. And Hare scrambles for it. This is Handguard, dips it in to Reams. Nice move. Oh, that wasn't a travel. She just simply went from one pivot foot to the other. What was that? So, he's explaining it, but even the way he demonstrated it, it still wasn't traveling.
Pete, I got to let you know something.
That was a horrible call.
You only get one pivot foot in this game.
Yeah, but she went from one to the other and left the floor and shot the ball. You show the replay, you'll see I'm right.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you.
All right, go ahead. See if I care. This is Handguard running the floor, and she's tied up. That should be a jump ball, and it is. Kelly Handguard, she's about as tough as they come.
This is one of the things as a coach you worry about in games like this. Both teams are out of sync. Both teams are anxious. Neither one taking much time. They're just kind of running up and down the court with not much purpose. And sometimes when you start like that, you can never get out of it.
Well, this is Hare. She's guarded by Otto. This is Reams, guarded by Bauer. And this is Jill Taylor from the arc. No good. Tip to Taylor. And over her head out of bounds.
Much better possession that time by Placer. Several passes, players moving and cutting. Turned out with a nice little jump shot.
Amanda Treaty brings the ball up, calls out the signals, and she passes out. I can't see. We got a cameraman in our way. Now there's a steal from Rachel Hare. Lays it up off the glass. Fouled hard. That was a hard foul.
Well, in Placer's possession, they exhibited the fact that they had calmed down their jitters a little bit, but Granite Bay did not. Very dangerous cross-court pass that was intercepted. They still appear to be a little nervous in this big game.
And I think you're still right. Let's see. This is a hard foul here.
It's a really
official's kind of blocking our way, but she got her good.
That's very borderline on intentional, which would be 2 free throws.
Well, Placer finally is on the board, and now the girls on the far side can sit down, as the team always stands until they score. And there's a nice pass to the Placer bench, as Kelly Otto was not in communication with, I believe, Tasha Minnie or Amanda Treaty.
Good opportunity here for Placer if they can take advantage of Granite Bay's nervousness. A good possession.
Look at Reams fight for that ball and put it back up in the hoop.
Boy, what a rebound. Just a matter of I want it more than you do. Rebounding on both sides of the basket. She was actually on the left side to start with, rebounded it on the right side.
Treaty. Top of the key, and foul is called as Kelly Otto is rolling to the hoop.
Key thing you can look at here as they're playing the game, Pete, is Granite Bay's players are playing with their heads down at the moment. They're not looking up, they're not seeing the floor, and consequently they're not getting much accomplished.
Taylor's guarding Treaty. Takes her all the way through. And they dip it down low. This girl's the workhorse, Lisa Paget, and she puts it up and in.
Very nice post move, established position early. Made a little fake one way, go the other.
Chiari Dvorak, hand guard, gets it to Taylor, top of the key, left hand, they clear out for her, and too hard off the glass. Rebound comes down to Minnie, gets it out to Treaty, guarded by Taylor. Screen set up for Treaty from the free throw line, misses the shot. Becca Reams with another rebound, and they're harassing her, and she dribbles out of there. And here's the three-pointer on the way. Jill Taylor.
Well, I tell you, that was a great play from start to finish. On the rebound, you had 3 Placer girls, all inside position, all blocked out. Becca Reams, a tremendous job just to keep possession of the ball, and then down court for a nice three-pointer.
And that's Rachel. It calls a jump ball as the ball's getting loose. Late whistle, but probably a good call. Get that situation going. You don't want girls start pulling hair and scratch it and
no telling what could
loose
happen.
fingernails.
No telling what could happen. Just get it stopped quick.
Get it stopped. They're like pinballs inside. We got a whistle. Got a hold called on Placer. I believe it's going to be on Kelly Handguard.
Kelly Handguard.
That's her second personal.
Holding on the inbounds play.
And we're at the 4:42 mark, first period. Placer up 6-2. Battle for first place in the Sierra Foothill League. This is Minnie to Otto. Paget to Otto from the arc. Way short. Tipped out of bounds. Off of Placer. It'll be Granite Bay. And here comes 6'2" Taryn White.
Granite Bay still not over the big game jitters. They just can't get much going on offense right now. And Placer could take advantage of this with a couple of good possessions.
Treaty with a terrible pass. And they just look out of sync. And Morgan Reagan, the sophomore, tells her her friend, the freshman, just calm down a little bit, calm down. But actually she was jumping and was coming back down when the ball was going over her head.
Very bad pass. See if Placer can take advantage of it. This would be a time to really work the ball well, try to get it down low to one of the big girls, either Becca Reams.
Treaty with the steal.
But no such luck.
Stops and pops, 16-footer, good. 6-4.
Well, it's pretty even. It's 6 for Placer, 4 for Granite Bay on the steal. Becca Reams way out there.
Look at Chiari Dvorak fight for that ball, and they got a jump ball out of that. Chiari Dvorak with great hustle, slapped the ball and then reached in and tied her up.
Great hustle play. Something good on the out of bounds would be nice here.
They go to Dvorak outside. Taylor. And Hare for 3. No good.
I think Placer's settling for the outside shot a little too soon right now, Pete.
There's Otto. She's small, but she is fast. And then we got a traveling off the wing on Treaty, and it'll be a turnover to Placer.
I'd like to see Placer come down and work both sides of the court a little bit this time and either get it inside to Taryn White or Becca Reams and let them do something with the ball down low. A real good, solid possession here is what they need.
Taryn White out to Taylor. No good. Tipped away by Reams, but coming out of there is Minnie. Minnie runs right over Rachel Hare, and they call her a block. Unbelievable.
I'm going to have to respectfully agree with you on this one, Pete. Looked like he just bulldozed her right over.
And you know what I really don't like is when these officials, and that's Brad Swope there. Brad Swope and Doug Silva are our officials. Let's see. He said she stepped over in front.
Oh, no, she's there. She is there with both feet on the ground. There is no way. That's not a charge.
Minnie makes the free throw and ties the game up 6-6.
Let's see if Placer goes inside again. Yes, they try to, but it's not a good pass. It looks like Placer may be trying a little high-low action for the time being. They've got Becca Reams playing right at the top of the circle, hoping maybe that she can pass it over the defender's head into Taryn White. Oh, that's a great catch.
Yeah, and Otto with a great steal and gets it to Minnie. I'm impressed with this little Otto girl. She's a little soccer player. And, Taryn White gets all ball and then gets all forehead after that.
And shoulder,
That's
arm.
A statement block. Look at this young lady here. 32, Katie Bauer, 10.4 points per game, 55% field goal percentage, 8 rebounds per game, and she wants to play intramural basketball next year. A lot of schools looking at her, and she wants to just play for fun next year.
Nice position, good extension on the jump shot. There's the foul.
And there's
nice
the
little
elbow in the chin.
Nice little post move by Bauer.
Well, you're going to foul somebody.
Get him good. Well, that's a good-looking free throw, but didn't go in.
Well, nice touch. She's a very athletic-looking gal. Here's Hare coming out of there, across the court. Neither team trying to full-court press. Granite Bay just doesn't have enough horses to full-court press. And here comes Reagan with the steal and goes all the way to the hole, but Becca Reams fouls her, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 and maybe give Granite Bay their first lead now with 2:46 to go here in the first period.
Well, I thought Placer had calmed down, but now they're the nervous Nellies, and Granite Bay is going down and running good things. Granite Bay stealing the ball, Placer a little anxious.
Nobody can hit a free throw.
Now, this game may be 12-12.
Placer's going to go small here. Maybe they'll press. Amanda Gilming comes in, and Amanda goes 5'6", and she came in for Taryn White, who goes 6'2". Oh, I beg your pardon. Rebecca Reams is out of there.
When the last play down court, when Becca fell down, she was holding not her injured leg, but her other leg. Maybe she twisted her ankle on the good leg or something.
This is Gilming. She's probably one of the quickest gals out there on the court. Very quick. 2:27 to go, first period. Granite Bay with a 7-6 lead. Hare misses again from outside. And it's out of bounds off Placer.
That was a good offensive series for the Hillman. Good inside-outside action. They generated a nice shot. That one didn't happen to go.
Lou Pruitt on the stool over there.
Lou's been around this gym.
He's had 3 kids go through Placer. I should say, two boys and three grandchildren
and a daughter. Granddaughter. You're right. And a grandson.
Three granddaughters and a grandson who is now a senior playing baseball, Kyle.
Boy.
No, Placer is just losing it, and that one goes up and in. Jill Taylor, I think Tony Camillucci is going to want to get off the bench, maybe call a timeout. I don't know.
Well, only a minute 52. You might not want to waste one here, but this has been a huge dry spell. It was 6-2 Placer, and now it's 11-6 Granite Bay with a chance to go higher. The Hillmen need to calm down.
1:50 to go, first quarter. Hillman trail by 5 after leading by 4. Here's Taryn White off the glass, no good. Hillman can't buy a bucket right now.
Well, Pete, they're not taking real good shots. They're kind of hurried. They're not really open. not just getting the shot that they want to get. A situation like this, maybe you want to try to drive to the basket, get a foul.
A lot of pushing going on in there. Boy, Minnie was just really pushing off on Hare to get open. And from the baseline, no good. White with the rebound. This is a physical game away from the ball, I'll tell you what. These two officials have their hands full. Tiari Dvorak, no good. Shooting percentage atrocious for Placer.
There's a Hillman settling for the first shot. That was only 2 passes, and they shot that ball. They're just way too quick with their shots.
And Granite Bay, meanwhile, gets right in for a nice 8-foot shot off the glass. It doesn't go, but they're getting good looks. And if you look out there, Terry, all the matchups would appear to favor Placer. They've got height and quickness all the way around, but not taking advantage of it at this point. 1 minute to go, first quarter. And the shot no good by Treaty. Rebound, Rachel Hare. Sheds a tackler. She's at the 10. Misses the shot.
Another quick shot. And this is what happens. Here comes Granite Bay right back.
And they called her for traveling. Gilming, I thought, was going to try and take a charge, but she reached in, and unfortunately for Tasha Minnie, she saw her too early, tried to make the adjustment, and it didn't work. 42 seconds, 26 on the shot clock.
Take a little time off the clock.
Hare. Nope, she's going to shoot. It looks good, and it is. Rachel Hare gets in the books for their first field goal.
If they can get a stop here and maybe one more score, this would be an okay quarter, considering the bad streak that they had. There's the stop.
And there's the save, and there's the give back. From the outside, no good. Tasha Minnie. And there's Hare, 16 seconds to go. She'll bring it up.
Plenty of time, plenty of time.
And here's Becca Reams, and that's money.
Boy,
we got a tie ball game.
That is a great pass. Penetrate till the defense stops you and then kick it to the open player. Very well done.
And holding the ball as time ran out was Amanda Treaty. And again, a young team, a freshman there. 50 turnovers on the year. Obviously, she's going to be a great player, though.
Well, that's the risk you take when you play a freshman on the varsity. They're usually not quite physically ready to play. They're usually outsized, outstrength, and 50 turnovers by a freshman is a lot, but in some ways not surprising. But obviously, it's going to be a good year for her in terms of experience. She's going to be much better next year. She's going to be much better the next 2 years after that. So 50 turnovers this year is just a learning curve for that young girl.
And the Hillman led this game, Terry, to start by a score 6-2. They then trailed by a score of 11-6, but they finished with the flourish, 5 straight points to end the first quarter. And we are in an 11-11 tie as we begin this second quarter. Another lower scoring game so far.
In a game like this, Pete, you might expect teams to score in spurts. Granite Bay had a little spurt take the lead. Placer has a little spurt to tie it up at the end of the quarter, and that's not unusual in a pressure game like this. There will be dry peaks and valleys.
Okay, Otto will inbound. She with the 2 knee sliders, knee pads, like Tiari Dvorak. Girls that like to get on the floor, I guess. Treaty to Reagan. Reagan guarded by Dvorak. To Treaty, ball's loose, and Reagan comes out of there with it. This is Otto, guarded by Gilming. Very quick, both of those girls. Top of the key, this is Paget, rolls to the hole and has her shot blocked, and the foul called on Rebecca Reams.
Yeah, that's too bad. Placer had a good defensive sequence going there and fouled with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Second personal on Reams. That's the 7th team foul for Placer. Only 2 called so far on Granite Bay. And Paget with the free throw.
Becca's just a little bit out of position there. Let the girl get inside of her. That usually causes trouble. Usually winds up with a foul when they're that close to the basket.
Lisa Paget, 4 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. She hit the first one, missed the second one, and the put back by Bauer.
Tell you what, Pete, that girl is a big, strong girl, Katie Bauer. That was just a muscle play. Moved the Placer player out and stepped right in for the basket. Now Placer's the team that's in a hurry. They're just in such a hurry on offense. As a coach, sometimes it's one of the hardest things to get your kids to do, to be aggressive and play really hard on the defensive end, and then come down and be smooth and cool on the offensive end. But that's exactly what you need.
7:09 to go first half. Hillman trailed by 3, 14-11. And the shot outside, no good. Jill Taylor positioned for the rebound.
Great block out by Jill that time.
She'll dribble it out of there. Otto, the soccer player, all over. Inside, and look at Dvorak with that nice little up and under move.
A little scoop shot, up and under. Beautiful post position. That's the kind of shot you see in the over 50 league.
That's a Vlade Divac move. And Bauer with what? Was that a clear out or was that a foul or she just traveled? Okay.
Traveling, I believe.
Now here's Jill Taylor on the outside. Cross key pass Gilming. Slipped as she started for the hole. Dvorak, she can go. They isolated her on Paget. And Paget gets her with the body on the way to the hole. And Dvorak is at the line. She has a chance to give Placer the lead here with 6:29 to go in the first half.
Really nice play by Dvorak. She got positioned really deep in the lane, right in front of the basket. Fortunate that she got the ball in there quickly, or she would have had 3 seconds. Look at that position. Look how deep she is. She's right at the basket. Nice little left-handed move that just barely missed.
And she hits both free throws, so that makes it 15-14 Placer.
Here comes Placer with her 2-2-1 press.
Finally, they are able to get into that after a made basket.
Oh, that's a great cut.
Oh, man.
That is a great cut and great pass. Katie Bauer right in front of her defensive player, right to the basket with a nice pass. There's a real battle going on inside in the post right now.
Well, yeah, and they've got Dvorak isolated on Paget, which is what they want. They get Bauer out of there. And now Dvorak from outside. Taryn White tries to get around Bauer. Look at that box out. Look at that putback.
Great play.
Gilming.
Here comes the press again.
And not having too much trouble with it. Granite Bay, a little early to tell, but Placer ahead 17-16. Sometimes
your press doesn't pay off until late in the game. Teams deal with it really well, things going good, and then all of a sudden the roof just caves in on them.
But you can kind of tell, huh, if you're doing well with it. And there's Rachel Hare anticipating, and look at that save in the presence of my and look at Taryn White with a handoff. Statue of Liberty to Jill Taylor, stops, pops, no good. Rebound. Gilming loses it. Bauer knocks it out of bounds. Placer ball baseline.
One of the smallest players on the court kept that ball alive. Right here, Placer needs a really good inbounds play. Hopefully generate a good shot. If not, pull it out, get something going.
This is Gilming, top of the key. She'll nail this. Tiari Dvorak.
Right off
her spot.
Right off the screen, right up on the top of the circle. Very well executed inbounds play.
20-16. And Gilming, the quickness of Amanda Gilming. And Kelly Handgard's going to come in for Jill Taylor. So you got Gilming who can rotate through those positions in the backcourt. Rachel Hare now looks like she's playing. Look at her. She's guarding Bauer, the big girl. She's been
almost
guarding
a
her.
Steal. Well, Amanda Gilming has changed the tempo of this game a little bit since she came in. She's picked the whole speed of this game up.
And look at Taryn White with another rebound.
You know, I like the way Karen White rebounds. Not only does she get good blockout position, but she takes the ball at the absolute peak of her jump with her arms fully extended. Just what you'd like to see.
Nice look there.
Nice turnaround jump shot.
Didn't go, but at least they're looking at the hole now, Terry. That ball almost stolen away as Reagan. Oh, that was a foul, no call. Treaty, cross key pass to Otto. Back to Treaty, and a foul is called on Gilming.
Well, the press has got Granite Bay befuddled just a little bit. They're getting through the press, but they're not getting any good shot opportunities down here now. They've taken away some of their inside game by pressing, and they've taken away some of their good shot opportunities. And basically, it's all due to Amanda Gilming. She has just speeded up the pace of this game.
quite a kid. She had a nice picture of her in the front page of the Auburn Journal not too long ago when they had the Breaking Down the Walls people come to Placer, talking about relationships and how to work with people that maybe not be from the same backgrounds. Good program. Look at Gilming roll into the hole. There's your girl.
That's a nice move. She came up off of a down screen, got the ball, penetrated right down the middle of the lane with the right-hand dribble, put the ball in the glass right up and in. Beautiful move.
The quickness of Amanda Gilming. She's all over Reagan right now. Treaty to Otto, way out on the wing, double team, ball tip. Gilming gets in there, sits on it, and we're going to have a jump ball and possession arrow to Placer.
Well, Kelly Handguard deflected that ball, and Amanda Gilming was on it like a duck on a bug.
A duck on a bug or a bug on a duck?
No, a duck after a bug.
Oh, a duck after a bug. I got you.
Right down there getting something to eat.
Tony Camillucci wants to take a timeout. He sees something out there that's bugging him.
Well, he should be pretty happy at the moment. The press is working well. He's got one player that's stirred up the whole contest. Things are looking good for the Hillman at the moment. They've completely taken Granite Bay out of their offense.
Let's take a look at Amanda Gilming here, Terry.
She got the ball off of the down screen, gets us about a one step on her defender right up to the basket. Watch this. Full extension, up high, right up on the top of the white square on the glass, just the way coaches like to see it done.
And she finds the hoop early.
Yes, she
takes
does.
a good look at that hole as she's going to the rim. Placer settled down a little bit. And you know what? They always feed off of their press. They always say that. You know, their press gets them going and makes them feel confident. And when they can do it, they do it. You know, when we talked to Terry, when we talked to Tony Camillucci earlier, he said he'd throw it in from time to time. Did you give him the signal to turn it, get it started?
No. If it was me, I'd have been pressing from the opening buzzer. They're so good at it.
It's a very quick Granite Bay team, but now Gilming has a second look, and those almost never go, do they?
No.
Not in rhythm.
And again, it was early in the offensive sequence. That's what they were doing earlier, but they're right back in their trap. Well, that's double dribble. Not called.
You see the Placer, the fans behind us trying to get Granite Bay to go with the early shot clock, but they didn't go for it.
Yeah, but Amanda Gilming just makes another good play. I hate to keep talking about her, but she has just changed the entire complexion of this game.
She's wide open for a shot out here. They can find her. Now Dvorak rolls to the hole, no good. And look at Handguard come down and try to get a strip. Comes back on the double team. Cross-court pass. Otto stops and pops. 14-footer left baseline for Otto.
That's a nice little move off the drive, nice little jump shot, pull-up jump shot off the drive, but it is the first good shot Granite Bay has had in quite a while.
2:30 to go here in the first half. Placer leads at 22-18, up by 4, and Gilming is fouled as she goes to the basket.
Well, that's the same play as the last basket she made, except it was on the other side of the court this time. You get a down screen by the post player. Means that they screen down towards the basket. Amanda comes up off of that, gets the ball, and tries to drive it to the hoop. She's open because of the good down screen set by the post player. Then it's up to her to get the ball to the basket, or she could take a pull-up jump shot there, but it looks to me like she wants to go right to the rim, which is a good thing because she's getting some free throws. Here it is. Again, right there, she's going, oh, that's a bad foul.
Now Rachel Hare is going to have a rare rest here with 2:22 to go in the first half. And Granite Bay wants a timeout as Linda Dixon will call her troops over here for a quick 30.
Well, I would imagine that Coach Dixon is talking to her girls about doing something on the offensive end at the moment because the press has completely disrupted Granite Bay's offense, and they need to get the ball across the half-court line, get some organization, get some penetration. This would be a good time to get the ball and take it to the basket, hopefully getting a basket and a foul.
Granite Bay has started the season with a lot more players, and they're down to 10 right now. But according to Coach Dixon, she really only plays about 7, maybe 8, and that she does sparingly. They just don't have enough horses to go with a three-quarter or full court press. And Gilming misses the free throws.
Well, that's about the only thing she's not doing well at the moment. Oh, that's a great pass. Two great passes.
And a missed shot and a nice block by Taryn White.
That's exactly what Granite Bay wanted to do. They got the ball right to the rim, but just a great defensive play by Taryn White.
Taryn White has her own cheering section up here behind us, and she smiled as she went down the court as they caught her attention. Now let's see if she can roll. Oh, goes around Bauer, and look at Gilman going back up, just trying to draw a foul, and she comes out of there with a basketball.
Guess who?
Tiari Dvorak will roll to the hole. No good. Taylor with the position.
Great rebound by Taylor.
And then she'll score on, oh no, not even a foul on that one.
Look at Taryn White.
Look at all the second chances.
And third and fourth.
Placer could back this out and just chill out for a little bit. This is hand guard. This is Gilming off the screen from Dvorak, and she'll score.
Beautiful, beautiful execution of a pick and roll. They didn't need the roll that time. All they needed was the pick. Oh, that's a great pass, but a great play by Taryn White.
Taryn White, we mentioned at the top of the show, she changes a lot of shots and blocks a lot. And she's having a game tonight. Now we got a reach foul on Tasha Minnie for Granite Bay. I believe that's her second personal.
Last two possessions, Placer set up a high pick and roll. The first one was for Amanda Gilming, that resulted in a basket. That one was for Tiara Dvorak, which generated a foul.
24-18, Hillman with a lead. Alyssa Bates checks into the ball game. Alyssa, a good softball player in addition to her basketball skills, and transferred into Placer and doing very well. Look at hand guard. She's got it from the arc. 27-18 to Hillman, trying to make a run to push things out here just before the half. 33 seconds to go.
Beautiful offense. A lot of passing, a lot of player movement. The ball is in and out and generated a great three-point shot.
Bauer missing badly on that shot, and hearing about it from the boys behind us. Now here's Bates in trouble and has it kicked out of bounds. Placer will get a fresh 30 with 14 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, we'll see if they could get the last shot here. Run it down to less than 6 seconds.
Don't want to score too soon, right?
No, you don't want to give them a chance.
Now here's White.
Be patient. You're going to get a good shot.
5 seconds. 4, and Dvorak for 3. No good. Hand guard tipped out of bounds. Oh, they're giving that to Placer with 1.4 seconds to go. That's a terrible call.
That's a terrible call. That ball was clearly hit out of bounds by a Placer player. But now they get a chance to run an out of bounds play for a quick shot, maybe a basket. There it is.
And
bad
they missed
pass.
it. Tiari Dvorak with a nice block of a desperation pass or shot. I'm not sure what it was. We'll give her a pass. 27-18. So the Placer Lady Hillman, who led 6-2, trailed 11-6, have taken off here from about the 6-minute mark. They retook the lead 17-16, and since that point they have outscored Granite Bay by a score of 12-2 to finish. 12-2, and there you see 16-7 there in the second period, and they lead it 27-18. Terry.
Well, it's just a great example of how good Placer is at their pressing defense, and the spirit, energy, and excitement of Amanda Gilming. She just, in my opinion, she single-handedly changed the complexion of the game, changed the speed of the game, changed the tempo of the game, got the Lady Hillman going, got them a couple of baskets.
Let's watch this controversial play, Terry, at the end of the first half. There's Kelly Hangard on the right, and what does she do?
Well, the Granite Bay player sneaks inside for good position. They're going up for the rebound, and there's Hangard's hand right between.
Ooh, I don't know.
Maybe it's closer than we thought,
I don't know. That might have been Otto with the tip out of bounds.
Here it is again.
Whose hand is that? It's kind of like that Cubs fan at Wrigley Field, huh? During the playoff.
We're on the verge here of admitting maybe the officials are right.
They got to get one right once in a while.
They do a good job. I wouldn't want their job for all the money.
Of course they do.
It's hard work.
Hey, we're going to talk with Steve Hare here in just a second. We'll get to Mr. Hare, Rachel's dad, in just 1 second. But first, we got to tell you who's doing this for us and who's bringing these games. The Sierra Foothill League possible championship game here tonight at the Earl Crabbe. Touchdown Productions presentation of the Sierra Foothill League here at Placer High School is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Reynolds. HBE Reynolds is a full-service rental and supply yard. They're open 7 days a week with a selection of tools and machines like aerial lifts, pressure washers, trenchers, backhoes, and more. HBE Reynolds and Hanson Brothers Construction.
Taylor Heavy Hauling. Owners Sheila and Richard Taylor are proud to receive the Sacramento Area Business of the Year Award for 2003, presented by the Sacramento Area Council of Government. Taylor Heavy Hauling.
And by Ginty Supply Company. Owner John Ginty has served you since 1975, specializing in plumbing, heating, and electrical products, and insist on personal service which sets Ginty apart from the rest. Ginty Supply Company.
Ray's Radiator Service. An overheating car can be a serious problem, but Ray's Radiator Service can fix that radiator, whether it needs cleaning or recoring. They'll get you back on the road quickly. Ray's Radiator Service.
And by Magnuson's Auburn Toyota. Magnuson's Auburn Toyota, a proud member of the Auburn community, supporting the Placer Lady Hillman and other sports activities for everyone to enjoy. Magnuson's Auburn Toyota.
Real Estate Center, Lake of the Pines. Owner-broker Larry Harley specializes in Auburn, LOP, and Alta Sierra properties and congratulates the PVL first place, Bear River Lady Bruins. Real Estate Center, Lake of the Pines.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. Thank you for inviting us into your home each week, and it's an honor and a responsibility that we do not take lightly as we present the best in high school sports. Touchdown Productions. There's a look at some of the softball team that is all out here tonight to root for their classmates playing basketball. And we are going to be getting to Steve Hare in just a second. And let's do this here. Steve is the proud father of Rachel Hare. And Steve, I want to talk to you first about the first half. What do you see and what do you think of the game so far? Let's see if I can get this mic on. Let's turn this mic on here, fellas. Okay, I'll go the other way then. Let's see here. I don't see a green light on this, Gil. Okay, here, yeah, it's on. My bad. Okay, Steve, let's re-rack that. Let's go again. First half impressions.
Well, it's everything it was chalked up to be. That's the two top teams in the SFL. They're coming out with strong defense, scoring. Everything looks really good. I mean, our defense right now has stepped it up in the second quarter, and that's the difference in the score right there. Coach Cam went to a full court press and half-court trap and made a 10-point run out of it. So,
well, he took out a girl that was 6'1" and brought in a girl that was 5'6", and that changed the complexion of the game when Amanda Gilming came in.
Yeah, and of course, now you got speed against size, and so Amanda's taken advantage of her speed, gone to the hoop 3 times, made 3 layups, gone to the free throw line. So it's been very impressive. She's playing like she's 6'1".
Rachel got that nice three-pointer out here. We needed that.
Yeah, she shoots a lot better than her dad does. I'll tell you that right now. So.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Pacific Pistols connection with Placer High School and your team and the Pacific Pistols, and also over at E.V. Kane, Coach Gino Linares and the 8th grade girls that you've coached for many years, running the same offenses that we see here at Placer. It's kind of nice to have that continuity, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, actually what's happened is Coach Cam and I over the years have become real close friends and spent a lot of time talking basketball, and so he and I share a lot of the same concepts, so it's really easy to take that down to the younger crew and teach them the things that they're going to learn here at the high school. And Coach Cam appreciates it because when he sees them show up, they already know how to set the screens and run the plays, so couldn't ask for a better mix. So
I think Coach Gino Linares appreciates it right now in the 8th grade.
Yeah, Gino's having a good time. He went to a tournament this weekend and stepped out of the league and got to play a little bit of AAU, and he saw what that was all about. So he's back to the drawing board. So he had a good time this weekend, I think. So yeah.
Well, your younger daughter's playing for Gino right now.
Yeah, Lauren's playing, and Lauren, Madison Mead, Amanda Wagner, Hannah Dobis.
Get them all in there.
Yeah, Nicole Zurio. I think I got them all.
Okay.
I didn't miss anybody on that one. So.
All right, Steve. Well, what do you think is going to take for Placer to hold off Granite Bay here in the second half? And do you think Placer, the second time around against Rockland, is going to have a little more success?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that question. Go one more time for me.
What's it going to take in the second half for Placer? And what about that rematch with Rockland?
Well, right now they're just going to have to stay with that intensity that they came out with in the second quarter. That's going to help them a bunch. They're going to have to keep that 10-point cushion if they can, and that'll help them roll right into Rockland. I mean, the Rockland game down in their house, they got to come see us next Tuesday, so that'll be the difference.
All right, Steve, thank you for all you do for the kids in this community, and good luck with your pistols, and keep them coming here to Placer, all right?
Pete, appreciate it.
All right, Steve here. Will you girls get back? Okay. Well, there you go. Steve Hare, again, somebody that has been very involved with the youth here at in Auburn. Just like we were talking about Norm showing off earlier and his wife, Mary Allen. And Steve Hare does a great job with the pistols and those girls that are going to be coming up through E.B. Kane this year. I know we'll probably have some girls from Forest Hill, as we always do. It should be a pretty good program for years to come here in Placer, Terry.
Well, you know, it's so great to see the cooperation between all the programs, the AAU, the junior high, the high school. Oftentimes you talk to coaches and they're just at odds with the AAU coaches, and they're not getting cooperation from their junior high programs. And so it's just wonderful to see, especially here in our area, because we don't have a true feeder system. We don't have the typical junior high to high school. You know, we've got some K-8 schools. We've got kids that come from a variety of areas. So this cooperation from the ground up is, it's your talent pipeline, and right now it's working really well here in Auburn.
Well, that's what it takes, group effort, and it's certainly working out well here in Auburn. As Dwayne Gansky enjoys something similar with the programs that feed in there up at Lake of the Pines. But let's take a look at first half field goal percentages, and as we suspected, they're just not very good. Placer is shooting 32%, and that's actually better than what the Lady Grizzlies are shooting, as they're shooting 31%. There's another future Hillman.
Future, that kid's going to dunk someday, right there.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look. As we mentioned, the field goal percentage is about 31-32% for both teams. Now, Granite Bay has only 3 turnovers, if that's right. Placer has 8 turnovers. I think those might be reversed. With the press, I would think they would, but who knows?
Granite Bay has more than 3 turnovers.
I think they do. And then you have, let's take a look. Leading the scorer for Placer is Tiara Dvorak. She's got that 3 and a couple of field goals. But number 2 behind her is Amanda Gilming with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Rachel Hare has 4 points, Handguard and Jill Taylor with 3. Rebecca Reams has 2. Rachel Hare with 5 rebounds. As we are underway now in the second half, again, balanced scoring for Granite Bay. Amanda Treaty, Kelly Otto, and Katie Bauer each with 4 points. 3 points for Lisa Paget, 2 for Tasha Minnie, 1 for Morgan Reagan, and 4 rebounds for Minnie to lead Granite Bay in the first half.
Well, Grant.
Otto with the ball, top of the key. Right side. Running the lane is Reagan, and she scores.
Very nice possession by Granite Bay. They worked the ball well early in the clock, got knocked out of bounds. Got an inbounds play with a quick reverse and a layup. Very well done, exactly what they would like to do to start the second half.
Dvorak didn't get off the ground and got the ball tipped. And now it's Minnie with a nice little spin move. And they call an offensive foul, and Rachel Hare takes another charge. She took 4 of those in one game this year. That's a little ticky-tack for an offensive foul.
There wasn't a whole lot of that. Might have been a pretty good flop there.
Well, we've seen Tiara Dvorak with the Vlade Divac up and under. Now we've got the Rachel Hare Vlade flop.
Yeah, got a little bit of pressure by the Granite Bay Lady Grizzlies here. Just token, however.
They just don't have enough horses to do it the full court. Oh, look at that little floater from Jill Taylor.
Didn't look like it had a chance, just rolled around the rim and dropped in.
And we are under 7 minutes to go in the third period. There's Bauer out to Otto.
I don't know
There's
what
Treaty, Reagan.
I don't know what Linda Dixon said to her players at halftime, but she's got them running some really good offense now. They're moving the ball, they're cutting. That was kind of desperate. Into the shot.
Well, shot clock violation, is that what that was?
Pretty close.
Dvorak, watch her go to the hoop. Oh, nice block by Paget. Out of bounds, Placer. Reagan thought the ball was touched last by Placer. And nobody else went down the court. It'll be Placer ball baseline.
Came off a Grizzly paw, I think.
Okay. Somebody scratched it last. Here's Handguard. Nice shot from our camera up on top. There's Rachel Hare, guarded by Otto. Dip it into Dvorak. Look at the move. No good. And Becca Reams turn around. No good. Two good offensive players can't get the ball to roll in the hole for Placer that time. They maintain their 29-20 lead as we come up on the 6-minute mark in the third period. Well, Pete Dufour with Terry Tangney.
Dvorak didn't quite get a good look at the basket. She shot the ball a little too quickly, and Becca Reams just didn't get it up high enough.
Championship game in the Sierra Foothill League. 5 on the shot clock. Reagan running. No good. Shot was an air ball, and Paget steps out of there and is fouled by Handguard, who is on the floor.
You think she's a little disgusted with that call? I think she thought she had a held ball. 3 fouls for her. Coach Camillucci may want to get her out of the game for a few minutes.
Now, they called it on Rachel Hare. Huh? That ball went in. And it's 29-22. The lead is now 7. Placer led by 9 at the half.
Granite Bay coming out right at an important time of the half. The first 2 or 3 minutes of the second half, playing very well. And Placer is staggering a bit.
Inside pass to Hare, and she misses. Wow, and another block shot. Placer is just not scoring. They're not finishing.
Well, oftentimes you get young players, Pete, and they get the ball inside like that, and what they forget is they got to get the ball up over the defensive player's hands, and they don't shoot it high enough.
Another block shot. And Paget had Bauer had the rebound. I think she was fouled by Rebecca Reams, and that's Rebecca Reams' third personal. She's going to have to come out of the game.
You would think that she'd come out for a while, protect her a little bit for later in the game.
Taryn White, who's played so well in the first half, is off of Coach Cam's bench, and she'll be coming back into the ball game.
Well, that is great offense. Just generated a great shot.
But Otto can't convert it. Look at Tiari Dvorak, the 5'11 junior, out of there with the basketball. Hare for 3. No good.
Great rebound.
Dvorak, she'll fight it back up, and she does. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Pete, the Lady Hillman are getting some good inside shots now. That one happened to come off an offensive rebound, but they're just going to have to get the ball up a little higher. Right now they're shooting it right into the hands of the Granite Bay players. They need to get that ball up above the hands, if possible, up on the glass and let it bank in down close.
Reams is replaced by White in the Hillman front court, and with the game that Taryn White has had in the first half, Hillman are not losing much there. And there is a free throw, good from Dvorak. And that makes it a 30-22 ball game. 8-point lead for the Hillman, 4:29 third quarter. Treaty to Otto. Otto around Handguard. Handguard gives her a little shove. And that'll be 3 on Handguard.
Out of bounds. Whoa.
Well, we got a timeout.
Timeout by the Grizzlies, I think.
Granite Bay, and Amanda Gilming is going to check back in after this timeout.
Well, let's see if she can make the same difference that she made in the second quarter, which is the difference in this game at the moment.
Well, Hare has 3 personals, and Becca Reams has 3 personals. Now Kelly Handgard has 3 personals. Here's Otto. That wasn't the foul there.
Well, there's the foul right there. She reached right in, and the bad thing is she had her stopped. She had her under control.
And she was off balance.
I think she was going to fall and probably travel. Just a little anxiousness there by the Placer defensive player.
She made contact, I think, as Otto was already going to the floor.
The ball is so much of a magnet to young players. They just they want their hands on it all the time, and sometimes they just don't think 1 or 2 steps ahead, and they make a little silly foul like that. But the Hillman are a little bit of foul trouble here with 2 players with 3 fouls.
And they're a very smart team. This is a team with a 3.6 collective GPA. Very smart. Rachel Hare, a 4.0, guarding Treaty right there. This is Reagan, guarded by Taylor. Top of the key, Treaty. Hare comes out on her. They forced a shot. The crowd forced the shot with 11 seconds, and it was good by Otto, 30-25.
But she was absolutely wide open because of just beautiful offense by Granite Bay. Worked both sides of the court several times, many screens, lots of cuts, broke a player wide open.
Taryn White misses from outside. Rebound. Treaty comes out of there with the ball. I should say it's 30-24. A 6-point lead for Placer. We got it right. Scoreboard was wrong for a moment. Here's Bauer to Otto. Wants to go off of Gilming. And nice look, but doesn't go from the baseline. Rebound comes to Bauer. Out to Reagan. No good. Handguard or Gilming on the floor. Here's Taylor Hare with the ball. Shoves it left side. Taylor, bounce pass. Nice inside move. Taryn White, she's fouled, but she concentrates on the hoop, off the glass, and scores. And you'll send her to the line for a free throw.
Absolutely fabulous pass by Jill Taylor. Bounce pass. The good thing about it was it led the post player right to the basket. She didn't have to break her stride. Right in there, caught the defensive player out of position, get the shot and the foul. Here it is. Watch this great bounce pass right there. The offensive player doesn't have to break stride, right up, and that one is high on the glass the way you'd like to see your post players do it. The Bill Walton special.
Here's Treat from 19. No good.
That's
Taylor.
A great block out by Jill Taylor.
She does that very well. Here's Gilming looking for Dvorak, and Dvorak gets it back, gets it to Gilming. Hare's wide open for 3. Money.
Good ball movement, nice passing, great hustle, picking the ball up off the floor, diving on the floor. I think the Hillmen are getting back in rhythm a little bit.
Biggest lead of the ball game for Placer, 36-24. We're at the 2:22 mark. And driving the hole and no good with the shot is Padgett, as it was blocked, I believe, from behind by Dvorak, but it's off of her, and it'll be Granite Bay baseline with 14 on the shot clock. Granite Bay's starting to look a little tired, Terry.
Well, as you noted earlier in the game, they don't have a lot of players, and they don't play many of the ones that they have. So
Bauer is over the back.
They better be in good shape, or they're in trouble. And this may be, if they are getting a little tired, this may be a good time for the Lady Hillman to go back to their full court press and half court trap.
And watching Otto run up and down the court, she runs like a soccer player. You know, the arms are nice and tight and bent, close to the body. And was that Taylor driving the hole? No good.
Not a very good shot selection. Also very early in the shot clock.
36-24. Lady Hillman with a 12-point lead. And here's Reagan. No, yeah, she's got the 3-pointer.
They're just running wonderful offense, the Lady Grizzlies, and they're generating good shots. And, right to the basket. Oh, bad luck. Great rebound.
And we got a foul over the back. Oh, they called Taryn White for that foul. She had the basketball, and they called her for the foul.
You know, those are the kind of things that I hate to see. That's where a kid gets penalized just for being tall. That was a great play, and even though she was from behind, that doesn't necessarily mean there was contact. She's just bigger and more aggressive, and that was a very nice rebound on a bad call on the foul.
Oh, that one was foul on Dvorak, I believe. Kind of got Treaty across the nose. And for Tiari, that'll be her first personal of the ball game.
Well, Coach Dixon has gotten her message across at halftime. The Grizzlies are just running really nice offense. They're getting some balls right to the basket like this one. They're setting double screens and baseline screens. They've got a lot of player movement, much better than they were running their offense in the first half.
Scored 4 straight since being down by 12. I should say 5 straight. And it's now a 36-29 ball game.
See, they're being very patient. They're setting up. You get a little screen there, a little down screen right to the top. Very good motion, very patient. They're going to get in trouble this time, though.
They heaved it up with 7 seconds to go. And the coach is saying, watch the shot clock, don't listen to the Placer fans. Look at Gilming, that was a travel.
Oh, yes, it was.
She could have stopped and popped that one from about 10 feet.
Or she had a player wide open in the corner for a jump shot as well. Lots of options there.
Placer Lady Hillman, 3rd in the Division III power rankings, looking to beat a D2 school and maybe move up to 2nd in that. But more importantly, a Sierra Foothill League championship on the line with a win tonight. Placer takes a major step forward in that direction. And now a block shot and a foul on Amanda Gilming. And that will put Otto on the line.
Just good offense again by the Granite Bay Lady Grizzlies. They're being a little more patient. That was a little bit of a forced shot, but we have a 72% free thrower at the line. So that's got to be good news for the Grizzlies, and she makes the first one.
Best free throw percentage shooter on the team for Linda Dixon. And the second one around and off. And it's Jill Taylor with the rebound. 36-30, Placer with the lead. 15 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. The Hillman don't need to hurry, but why not if you got a layup?
You always take the layup, Pete. You never pass up a sure 2 points, I don't think.
38-30.
This is going to be no good.
And that's the way the 3rd period ends, as Placer comes out with actually outscored by Granite Bay in that quarter, 12-11 as you see on the screen. And the Lady Hillman with an 8-point lead going into the 4th period. And Terry, this is just anybody's ball game.
Well, that was a decent scoring quarter by both teams, Pete. It wasn't very pretty, but they did manage to put some points on the board.
Look at Taylor. She thought about holding up.
Yeah,
she went down and nobody was there. Otto cleared out.
Just got a beautiful lane to the basket. She saw it. She had her head up on the dribble. There again, the ball is up on the glass, nice and high. Very well executed play. You'd like to get the last shot, maybe of the quarter, but it's pretty hard to pass up a wide open layup that's going to get you 2 points.
Looks like she might have taken one across the forehead there too.
Yeah, she's a tough little lady, that girl. I don't think that's going to bother her. She's pretty aggressive. So here we go.
Kennedy Lady Cougars taking on the Nevada Union Lady Miners. That'll be our next game coming up. Comcast Channel 11, ACTV Channel 20, and USA Media Channel 23. Traveling violation. Placer ball. I should say Granite Bay ball. Just underway 4th period. Pete Dufour with Terry Tangney. Touchdown Productions game of the week. Maybe the game of the year for Placer, if they can pull off a win here at home against the Granite Bay Grizzlies. Tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Placer handled Granite Bay easily early in the season, but they have grown up quite a bit, this young Granite Bay team, with 2 freshmen and a couple of sophomores and a junior. Only got a couple of seniors on this team.
Well, I only see 2 seniors on the roster.
This is one of them right here. Kelly Otto. And the 71% free throw shooter hits. Kelly Automatic.
Podomatic.
You wonder where I come up with these, don't you?
I do. It's just you never cease to amaze me, Pete, in more ways than I care to mention.
And the second one is no good. Rebound Taylor, 38-31.
All right, a nice patient offensive possession here would be good for the Hillmen. Take a little time, get a great shot.
Hare with great vision. Sees Gilming.
Oh, that's a good cut. Didn't quite get it that time.
Jari Dvorak's got 2 or 3 inches on 3. Now, here's Hare, and she's tied up immediately by Reagan, who's a big, strong girl.
We're getting to the point in the game, Pete, where a shot each possession gets pretty important, and you just hate to see a team go down and not get a shot like the Lady Hillman did that time. 1 shot per possession each time now at this part of the game. Really a critical factor.
This is Minnie, and there's Bauer. Nice move. I didn't see the foul, but...
Well, she just has post position so deep in the court that, it's almost one of those situations where the referee's going to call it if it even looks like a foul. Beautiful job there by Katie Bauer, establishing position way deep in the court. She's just right at the basket. All she needs to do is turn around, and, if there's anything that looks like contact, that's going to get called a foul. Beautiful job by Katie Bauer.
Yes, very nice move. And, she's only, it says 6 foot. She looks like she's about 6'2". Speaking of 6'2", Taryn White with another rebound. What a tremendous game that young lady's having.
She has done the job tonight so far.
Becca Reams on the bench with 3 fouls. And we got a foul that time on Tasha Minnie, the sophomore guard, who averages 12.4 points and 29 threes on the year. Great shooter, 58 assists offensively, but defensively, she fouled somebody.
Well, Tasha looked like a NFL defensive lineman trying to get out, trying to rush the passer that time, and she knocked over the screener, and that's going to be her 5th foul. And that's got to be a big loss for the Lady Grizzlies because she's their leading scorer. I wonder if somebody lost track of the number of fouls she had.
I wonder why she'd be fouling out with 7 minutes left in the ball game. You're right. And Linda Dixon taking her sweet time. Wait. She's just talking to her players. We just wait until they call me into the game. They're going to take as much time and rest as long as we can. And then you're going to get Lisa Padgett back into the ballgame. And that's a veteran coaching move right there. She's only got about 6, maybe 7 players that she's using tonight, and only about 9 on the bench. So get them as much rest they can.
A lot of people are going to question leaving her best player in the game with 4 fouls, but there are 2 different coaching philosophies. Some coaches, believe that you protect your players when they have 3 fouls, and some believe you protect them when they have 4 fouls. So maybe she's one that believes you protect them at 3 and let them play with 4. Sometimes it just depends on the player. Some players know how to play when they're in foul trouble. Some don't.
And that was a ticky-tack foul for the 5th foul, too.
Well, yes, it was.
But Dvorak missed underneath, and now a double dribble. And that's a great call by the official. The girl Treaty was surrounded by 3 Hillmen, and the official did not bail her out. Just because they're there waving their arms, you don't bail her out.
I think she would have liked to call timeout there, but she didn't quite get it done in time.
That's a push off of a screen. I don't think she meant to push, but there's Taylor running the lane, no good. And rebound Reagan. And Taylor gets picked off by Bauer. Coming up the court, Treaty, and she gets a load coming out on her as Taryn White says hello.
The Hillmen have changed their tactics now. They're back in their little half-court trap here. It was very good to them in the second quarter. And that time they caused a bad shot. Great pass. That's a great pass.
That is a hard foul. And Handguard, who's a tough young lady, will go to the line and shoot 2 as Treaty clobbers her on the way to the basket.
But that's one of the side benefits you get from pressing is if the team takes a bad shot like Granite Bay took there, oftentimes it gives you an opportunity to run out and get a nice easy shot, which the Lady Hillman got that time right on the fast break, and it's going to generate some points off the foul line.
And Linda Dixon wants a another timeout for Granite Bay. First free throw good by Handguard. And the Hillmen score the first points that they have, their first points here in this fourth period with 5:41 to go. They led this thing at one point by 12. But now it was, let's see if I can find the lead here. It was 36-24 with 2:31 to go in the third period when Rachel Hare hit the three-pointer. But since then, Placer has scored only 3 points and 9 for Granite Bay. So Granite Bay on a 9-3 run right now.
Well, it looks like Coach Camillucci is trying to change that because he's gone to a half-court trap the last 2 possessions for Granite Bay, and it has resulted in a turnover and an air ball, and it looks like it's going to get some points off the free throw line here, which it does, get some 2 points, and now they're in their full-court trapping defense, which was very good to them in the second quarter.
But look at those diagonal passes in and out, and Granite Bay beats it, but they missed the layup. Tiari Dvorak with the rebound. Handguard, she should bring it up slowly and patiently, and one of the things that Coach Dixon liked about Placer was their patience, but they didn't show any there, and they didn't show much in the first half.
Okay, here's the half-court trap.
So even off a missed basket, they got back in their half-court trap.
Well, you can do that. You can set up a good half-court trap off missed baskets. Oh, there's a great lead pass.
Rachel Hare making a good move there to pull it back out. Play like you have the lead, 7-point lead. Under 5 minutes to go now in the ball game. Taylor, she'll run the hole. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Nice high screen off of a weave by the Placer Hillman. Generates a really nice shot right at the basket. She gets to the rim. Gets a couple of things that you'd like to have at this point in the game. You're getting the opponents in foul trouble. You're going to get into the one-on-one situation. Also gives you an opportunity to score some points.
Well, she's a 70% free throw shooter, but she missed the first one. Makes the second.
Good shooters, good free throw shooters never miss 2 in a row, Pete.
Like good putters.
The free throw rule is always make the first one. If you don't, never miss 2 in a row.
Reagan for 3.
Oh.
Tip blocked by Taryn White. Oh, they call her a foul.
Call a foul after the shot. I'd like to see a replay on that one.
And this will be a 3. This will be 3 shots for Reagan.
This is another thing that irritates me. this happens all the time. That foul was clearly after the shot. Here's a replay. Watch this.
No, maybe he's only giving her 2. Maybe he's only giving her 2. 1 and 1. It's a 1-and-1 situation.
1-and-1 is the right
non-shooting foul.
Right, that's the right call then. I'm not mad anymore.
And Bauer puts the body on Dvorak, knocks her out of bounds, and so we're going the other way. And Tiari Dvorak will shoot 1-and-1. 4:31 to go. Placer with an 8-point lead, 41-33 on your Touchdown Productions Game of the Week. Sierra Foothill League Championship game. And here's the first free throw by Dvorak, and it is right on the money. She is a very good free throw shooter at 70%.
Well, oftentimes at this point in big games, in close games, in championship games, it really gets down to a free throw shooting contest. So it becomes absolutely critical that you make the first one of a 1-on-1 each time.
Hare touched that one out of bounds.
Well, Placer has accomplished, I think, just what they wanted to do. Granite Bay is no longer running a nice, smooth, easy offense. They're now struggling, and that's because Placer switched back to their pressing and trapping defenses. It's been awful good to them this season, and it's been good to them this game so far.
That's a pretty good-looking squad right there. Placer hopefully making it here in the championship. Now here's the Miners road trip to Arco Arena for Nevada Union. The Kennedy Lady Cougars versus the Nevada Union Lady Miners in Craig Strome's final year as head coach up at Nevada Union. Comcast Channel 11, Auburn Cable TV Channel 20, USA Media Channel 23 up in the Lake of the Pines area. So join us for exciting Metro League basketball action. We'll travel to the House of Pain. And that's Nevada Union versus Kennedy.
I thought that was the Albert Ally gym.
And that's the boys' gym.
Oh.
It's a smaller gym on the other side.
Has a House of Pain.
They call it the House of Pain.
My.
Craig Strom gets up there every night and makes sure the bolts are nice and loose on the rims.
Well, I'm glad we're not broadcasting that game. That scares me.
Oh, Bauer with a nice roll to the hole, and she's fouled by Taryn White. Jim Adams and Courtney Kephart will be bringing you that game.
Katie Bauer has a great knack for establishing really deep position. And so far, the Placer post defenders haven't been able to take that away from her. And now she's at the line for the opportunity for a three-point play.
And this will, right now it's a 7-point ball game.
Here comes Granite Bay with a little press.
Oh, they can do it now, last 4 minutes of the game. And Rachel Hare, and they're doubling her, so that leaves Dvorak alone and Handguard alone on the wing, but she can't hold on to the ball. And it's Granite Bay trailing by 7, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
First time they press, they cause a turnover. Good offense here now, a good shot. Could be the famous turnover score play, and there it is. No.
Oh, nice tip out of there by Handguard. Taylor comes out of there with it. We got timeout on a pass. Timeout Placer, full timeout. 3:36 to go in the ball game. Placer up by 7. Now, Terry, that's not a lot. Placer's in the double bonus right now. What do you do here? A lot of people say burn clock, and others say stay in rhythm and do what you've been doing.
Well, the first thing I think Coach Camillucci has to do is he has to straighten out their press offense, because the first time Granite Bay pressed them, they turned the ball over. So I imagine that's the first thing he's talking to them in the timeout huddle about. You don't want to give them too much because then they might get confused. And I think the answer to your question is what's going on the court at the moment. If you're going good, if you have momentum, I think you keep going. If you're struggling a little bit, then I think you slow it down, burn a little clock. And in my opinion, that would be a good thing to do on this possession right here for the Lady Hillman, just because they turned the ball over last time.
All right, well, let's see what they do. Granite Bay is indeed going to, well, they're going to back off a little bit. They'll just play full court man-to-man. And Reagan with a nice kick knocks the ball out of bounds. Placer should get the full 30 seconds, and they do. 3:36 to go, 42-35. Placer with the lead in this, the championship game for the Sierra Foothill League. Rachel Hare, guarded by Otto, is fouled, and there's the call as Padgett came out on her late. They're trying to jump. They're trying to double team in the backcourt, kind of a surprise double team.
Well, it looked like they were trying to maybe jump switch that little pick out there high on the wing. Just way over aggressive, though, on that particular attempt. And not only does it give Placer an opportunity to free throw this time, but it puts them in the double bonus situation.
Hare, excellent money player, and she hits the free throw there. Second one also good.
Well, that looked easy, didn't it?
Boy, two big free throws. 44-35, 9-point lead for the Lady Hillman. And they throw a little press on Granite Bay just to slow them down a little bit.
What it's done as much as caused turnovers is just taken Granite Bay completely out of their normal offense. They were running such good offense before.
But no fouls here, right, Terry? Press, but don't foul, right?
That would be what you'd hope for.
Bauer with the rebound off the miss, and the putback no good. And there's Jill Taylor with the rebound. That ball's not going anywhere. That young lady's got a strong pair of hands.
Well, Katie Bauer had two great offensive rebounds in that series, keeping the ball alive for Granite Bay.
There's Hare, and gets the ball to Taylor, to Dvorak for three. Oh, there is the dagger right there.
Boy, that is a big basket at this point in the game. Could be a great momentum builder. If they could cause a turnover here, things could get really wide open.
From outside, a three-pointer no good. 2:27 to go. Handguard tips it loose, gets it in the backcourt, and tries a shot, and she goes face first into the mat. And I believe that's going to be on Number 15, that's Treaty, Amanda Treaty.
You know, Pete, people say good players make big plays in big games, and I'll tell you what, that was a big play right there. That was just a tremendous hustle play, smart play, tipped the ball ahead to herself, and now she's at the free throw line and buries the first one. And now watch this.
Watch
this.
The tip. And the second free throw by Handguard is also good.
Here it is, right out in front to herself. Gets a nice angle of the basket, gets the foul.
Rachel Hare with the steal, meanwhile, here at the other end. And the Hillmen now lead this thing by 14 points and are going to put it away. And we had a whistle on the far side of the court from us. Placer ball.
The Hillmen are just so good at those trapping defenses. They just have such confidence in them, and they play them with great aplomb. They take the chances at the right time. They're very intelligent about what they do on those presses, and it's so good to them.
Well, they say it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a row in a year. Well, heck, they say it, we say it. But Placer is going to do it here as they're being very patient on the offense. Here's Taylor. She's going to kick to Handguard for 3. No good. And Bauer finds the ball on her shoulder. And now it's on the floor. Jump ball possession will remain with Placer.
Placer's pretty good at running that little weave. It eats up a little bit of clock, and it almost always generates a good shot for them. They can get a pick and roll off some high screens. They can get some penetrations and a kick out like they did that time for a nice outside shot. Let's see if they run it again.
There's a reach by Reagan. And Tony Camillucci wanted a foul. Linda Dixon wants a timeout. And Linda's going to win over Tony. Minute 35 to go, though. I think it's all over but the shout. Now 49-35 as Placer has pulled away, Terry.
Well, Linda won that little argument there, but it looks like Tony's going to win the big one. He's going to win the game and certainly put them on the road to the championship. And now he's going to have to be a little bit careful about a couple of things. Hopefully what this game will do is give the Placer girls a huge boost in confidence. Even though they've beaten this team twice before, the fact that this puts them in first place by themselves hopefully will give them a good boost of confidence. They'll be ready to go against Rockland in that important game. What they need to be careful of is that they don't have a letdown from this game. And the best thing about this whole thing is, Pete, guess who's going to be here for the Rockland game?
Touchdown Productions.
We are, you bet. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Looking forward to that. I saw the game down at Rockland. Boy, that was a brutal affair. Rockland just physically beat Placer up in that game. They've got some big, strong girls.
Now this is a nice move here by Coach Camillucci. He's gone to a little 2-3 zone. Hopefully that'll cut down fouling. Hopefully that'll cut down penetration.
And wide open threes.
But that's what you worry about right there. Offensive rebounds against the zone. It's hard to block out in the zone.
Now Handguard wisely pulls it up, gives it to Hare. 49-35 coming up on the 1 minute mark here as Placer has.
Placer's goal at this point right now is don't do anything that will stop the clock. Don't foul, don't turn the ball over, don't stop the clock.
Placer with a 7-0 run as of late and a 9-2 run. And Treaty fouls Handguard. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 because they're in the double bonus. Both teams are.
At this point, the Lady Hillmen have won the battle that we talked about earlier in the game. Granite Bay scoring normally at a 50-point per game clip, and Placer normally holding opponents to 40 points per game have held the Lady Grizzlies to just 35 at this point. So it looks like Placer
got one free throw.
Is not only going to win the game, they're going to win the statistical battle as well.
And it will be interesting to see what happens now with Rockland as the putback by Bauer is good.
I don't know about you, Pete, but I'm voting for Katie Bauer for All-League in the Sierra Foothill League. She's a very, very impressive player, and if she's going to play intramural basketball next year, I want to go watch them play.
Well, not a great night for Rebecca Reams. I don't know if her knee is bothering her or what the situation is, but she did pick up 3 fouls. And with Taryn White having such an outstanding game, I think Tony Camillucci was just happy to let her go in there. But I'd like to talk to Amanda Gilming after this game and talk to her about the big spark that she was.
Well, she certainly led the charge during the second quarter, and that's what got Placer its first lead, which allowed them to come into the second half and then extend it to this really big lead that they have here. So I think it would be a great interview.
And that's the end of the ball game as Placer plays a little catch, and it's 50-37 is the final, as the Hillman finishing with a 10-4 run and put this thing away. It was 38-30. Hillman led at one point, 36-24. Granite Bay came on with a 9-3 run and made this a very close ball game. At one point, we were down to 42-35, but Placer finished with an 8-2 run to end the ball game. And they did it with free throws. They got lots of them. Dvorak hit one. Hare hit a couple. Handguard hit 3. Taylor hit 1. And, of course, the big three-pointer by Tiari Dvorak with 2:37 to go in the ball game gave Placer a 47-35 lead in that event. That just effectively shut everything down from that point. There's Tom Douglas and the Placer band. There's the girls, and there they are, very happy group now, as they now have a 1-game lead on Granite Bay and a 1-game lead on Rockland. And we're going to get Amanda Gilming over here and see if we can get her to talk to us. She's pretty quick, so she'll get over here fast. Come over here, Amanda. Let's see if we can get a camera on you. We got our cameras at center court right now, and when he looks over this way, we'll get a word with you. Hey, listen, you came in. I think Becca Reams came out 6-1 for 5-6, but the whole game changed at that point. What did Coach Cam tell you on the bench before you left the bench?
Just play good defense and put in a spark for the team.
A spark? Well, you started a fire, young lady. Speed it up, huh? What was going wrong in the first part of the game?
I don't think anything was really going wrong. I just think that we needed to pick up the pace more and just pick up the pace mostly.
And you also full court pressed a little bit.
Huh?
You did the full court press a little bit.
Yeah, that helps. Our 22 is really strong.
Does that give you guys a spark when you?
Yeah, I think so.
You work on that a lot in practice?
Yes.
And it just turns the whole thing around. Now, if you're going to be interviewed on TV, you have to give me more than one-word answers, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right? Now, you got Rockland coming in next week. You got Del Oro coming in as well. So, no, actually, you got to go down to Del Oro, right?
Yeah.
That's not a game you're going to overlook.
No, we are going to kick their butt.
No. We're going to do very well down at Del Oro. We're going to compete, and we're going to give them a heck of a ball game, right? Is that what you meant to say?
Yep.
Okay. I know that's a special rivalry game, but what about the Rockland game a week from tonight?
That's going to be some good competition. Rockland always seems to step it up whenever we play them. It's we're their rival mostly, so we hope to play a good hard game and beat them as well, hopefully.
All right, Amanda, you're a lot of fun to watch out there. Maybe the quickest girl on the floor out there today. Congratulations on providing not only a spark but a forest fire for this Lady Hillman team today.
Thank you.
And get in there with your teammates. Have a good time. Amanda Gilming. She's a little shy. I don't think she's been interviewed before on television like this, and she just wants to get into the locker room and hang out with the girls. Terry.
Hey, she's even quick during the interview, Pete.
Man.
Boy, there's nothing slow about that little girl. I just love to watch her play. And again, I just believe that she was the key factor in this game tonight because she's the one that got the Hillman started.
Oh. Well, let's get our final mentions in, and then we'll run down the scoring here for the game. Wow, what a game, Terry. And after a great JV game and freshman blowout, the Hillman sweep Granite Bay tonight. here at the Earl Crabbe Gym. What a tremendous night, and Placer now in first place by themselves. Might move up to number 2 in the power rankings, and probably rated maybe 1 or 2 now in the Sacramento Bee rankings. We'll have to see. But Touchdown Productions' presentation of the Sierra Foothill League Championship game has been underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Reynolds. The Hanson family supports high school sports.
Taylor Heavy Hauling. Richard and Sheila are proud of their daughter Jill and all the Placer Lady Hillman.
The Ginty Supply Company. Owner John Ginty is a proud supporter of Foothill Sports.
Ray's Radiator Service. Judy and Richard Hellman love their granddaughter Rachel Hare and all of the Lady Hillman.
Magnuson's Auburn Toyota. Magnuson's Auburn Toyota, a proud member of the Auburn community.
Real Estate Center, Lake of the Pines. Lady Harley is proud to support the Bear River Lady Bruins.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills since 1997. Join us next time as we travel to the House of Pain at Nevada Union High School. The Lady Miners are in a battle for the playoffs, and they must face the number 1 team in the league in the Lady Cougars from Kennedy. So be sure to tune in for this important Metro League game. It's Nevada Union versus Kennedy, girls basketball exclusively on your Foothill Game of the Week. Let's run down the final tallies for both teams. Let's start with Granite Bay with 10 points. Tied for the lead in this game with all scorers was Katie Bauer, outstanding young lady. Her 10 points go along with her 6 rebounds, and she just had an outstanding game. 8 points apiece for Morgan Reagan and Kelly Otto, and Reagan adding 5 rebounds with those 8 points. Amanda Treaty with 6 points and 4 rebounds, 2 points and 4 boards before she fouled out for Tasha Minnie, and 3 points and 7 rebounds for Lisa Paget off the bench. For Placer, leading scorer was Tiari Dvorak, and boy, that big three-pointer with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Tiari 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 points and 7 rebounds for Rachel Hare. 8 points and 9 rebounds to lead all rebounders, Jill Taylor of Placer. Kelly Hangard, 8 points and 2 rebounds, 6 points and 4 boards for Amanda Gilming, 6 points and 4 boards for Rebecca Reams, most of that in the first half, if not all of it. I'm not sure if Rebecca got in the second half. And then I think she did, maybe for a short time. Taryn White with 3 points but 5 big rebounds, and she changed and blocked a lot of shots. Placer had 6 steals. Granite Bay had 4. Placer's final field goal percentages, 31. I'm not sure if these are right. 31 for Placer, 29 for the Grizzlies. And, yeah, they are right. And then 16 turnovers for Granite Bay, 15 for Placer. So there you have it. Outstanding game. After a great JV game, a nice 15-0 run by Placer to win that one, and then the nice 8-2 run to finish this game out, 50-37 the final. Placer with the victory, and now they are in first place in the Sierra Foothill League.
Well, Pete, they're certainly in the driver's seat, and it doesn't mean that the upcoming games are not important. I mean, they're not going to cruise into the league championship, but certainly they are in control of the league at the moment, and hopefully this win over a Division II school will boost them up in the power rankings a little bit, which will give them a little better positioning in the postseason, which they're certainly going to make. But I just hope that they're ready to go, because they've got Del Oro and Granite Bay, and neither one of those games is going to be easy. And I don't think, they've got Del Oro and Rockland, and I don't think Granite Bay is going to go away. I mean, they can't obviously play the Hillman again, but
they did beat Rockland last time they played them. So
they're still going to be in the picture somewhere. So the Lady Hillman certainly cannot stub their toe the rest of the league schedule.
I want to thank Dave and Renee again for providing us with those final game stats. And we also want to thank our executive producer and director for Touchdown Productions, Gilbert M. Dominguez.
And Cryon operator replay, Brandon Duckett.
Camera operators, once again, first-class job, Chris Glass, Jamie Pell, and Grady Fike.
And that's us, Pete, the announcers, Pete Dufour and Terry Tangney.
Underwriting coordinators Mark Wall and Gil Dominguez.
And as always, executive assistant Sandia Borden doing a great job.
Webmaster, check us out, www.touchdownproductions.com. Jamie Pell.
Hairstyles, boy, they have to work hard on me on that one. Hairstyles, Michael Brown, The Look.
I think that's Michelle Brown.
Oh, Michelle Brown, you're right.
And the stats, courtesy of maxpreps.com. They provide us with a lot of pregame information on the website.
And the remote facilities are in the Commander,
who's parked outside. Touchdown Productions, there we are, 12059 Nevada City Highway, Suite 106, Grass Valley 95945. Give us a call at 274-2206 or 274-2882. Love to hear from you, and again, check out the website, www.touchdownproductions.com. Well, for Terry Tangney, I'm Pete Dufour. The crowd is hanging around, waiting to see if they can get some autographs from the Lady Hillman, as they have won another one here, and again, moved themselves to an 8-1 record in Sierra Foothill League play. Granite Bay is now 7-2, and Rockland, with a win tonight, could move up to, I should say they are 7-2, correct. They could move up to, Rockland was a game behind, both of them, so they could move up to a second-place tie. We'll have to see what happens in that Rockland game. But again, Placer not looking past Del Oro, and that game will be down at Del Oro this week. And then a week from tonight, Tuesday night, it'll be Placer versus Rockland in the biggest game in the area, no doubt, for that one as well.
Pete, I'm going to go get some autographs. I'm going to go get Katie Bauer's autograph, and I'm going to go get Amanda Gilming's autograph, because I think those are the players of the game tonight.
She'll probably just give you her initials. That's how quick she is.
I probably couldn't catch up with her to get her to sign my paper.
Final score from the Earl Crabbe Gymnasium, Placer 50, Granite Bay 37. For Terry Tangney, I'm Pete Dufour, and thank you for joining us on Touchdown Productions Game of the Week.